Welcome to the feast, I unleash, I'm a motherfucking beast.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to day 5, shoulders and abs. Like I said, the first couple videos of this series were a little bit longer to explain how I am logging workouts. I'm showing you guys exact proper form for every single exercise, and as we get more into this 30-day kickstart, you guys are going to get more used to proper form. You're going to get more used to how to write in the workouts, so I don't need to show you so much. Now again, if you have any questions, anything that is confusing to you, then please just let me know in the comments below, or you can shoot me an email. I'm always a resource to you. But let's get started with this workout. You can see here I'm starting with my rotator cuff warm-up, just like I did for push day. I do this pretty much for every single upper body day, even on pull day, but I just didn't show it in the video, I believe. And then the first exercise we went into was the standing dumbbell shoulder press, so we did this again. 3 sets of 10 to 12 with an AMRAP on the final set. And on the final set of this day, I actually got 13 on the final set because I did 12, 10, and then 13 to crank out as many as I could for the last rep. Standing dumbbell shoulder press is actually one of the most difficult variations of a shoulder press because barbell shoulder presses take away from the single arm stability aspect of it, and then sitting in a seat makes it easier because you're not engaging your core as much and you're using the back support to help you push the weight. But standing and using dumbbells is the hardest variation, so you may find that it's very difficult to go as heavy as you're used to with this standing dumbbell variation. So an AMRAP on the final set, guys. What the AMRAP is it's as many reps as possible on the last set. So when you're doing an AMRAP on the last set, it's not an extra set, it's on the third set. So you do the first set, you do the second set for the reps provided, and then for the final set you do an AMRAP, which means you're most likely going to get more than the reps provided. Now if you get less than the reps provided for the AMRAP, then it probably means you're using a weight that's too heavy. But if you're using an appropriate weight, you should be able to crank out just a couple more, maybe 1 or 2 more if you're really in that 9 to 10 range on the weights you're using. So an AMRAP is a great way to gauge how much more you have in the tank, how much you're actually pushing yourself, because once you push yourself to actual failure, then you realize, oh, if I got 10 extra reps on my AMRAP, then I probably was using too light of a weight for the first 2 working sets. And then you reflect on that, you write it down, and then the next time you do that exercise, you use a weight that's more appropriate for the reps provided. Next up, we did a pec deck rear delt fly with a drop set on the last set. We did 3 sets of 15 here. Same thing as the push day, we're doing the pec deck rear delt fly. I'm using the outside of my hand to push the handles outwards, leading with my elbow, squeezing the rear delt at the back, and feeling it in that little crevice behind your armpit and right where your shoulder is. And so for the drop set on the final set, you're just dropping the weight by 30 to 40%. I went from 55 pounds down to 35 pounds, I believe, for my drop set, and then push till failure with that as well. Next up, we did a single arm cable lateral raise superset with a single arm dumbbell lateral raise with a drop set every set. So this is essentially a giant set, and what a giant set is 3 exercises back to back to back. And we made this really intense. We did 10 reps with the single arm cable lateral raise, then used a heavier weight for the single arm dumbbell lateral raise, and then dropped the weight in half. So I used 10 pounds and then dropped to a 5 and went till failure with the 5-pound plate. Now after this, I actually ended up adding in a heavier set of single arm dumbbell lateral raises. So I would do the cables for 10 reps, then I would do 8 reps with a 15-pound dumbbell, and then I would do 15 reps with a 10-pound dumbbell, and then 15-ish more reps with the 5-pound plate. And so I made this like a huge giant set, and I added that on because I was just feeling good and I love the burn that lateral raises give me. So give that a try. If you want to step it up a notch and do a double drop set as well, that's totally okay. And just make sure you're leading with your elbow, leaning over slightly, and not using a ton of momentum or body language to get the weight up. The elbow does not come above the shoulder and the wrist does not come above the elbow. Remember to pour the pitcher and lead with your shoulder joint, not your wrist. Next up, we did a wide grip barbell upright row, 12 to 15 reps, drop set on the last set. With a wide grip, you're actually targeting your lateral delts a little bit more than you are with your traps. So I like to use wide grip barbell upright rows to target more of the side delt. With this, you want to make sure you're dragging the weight up with your elbows. Your elbows stay above your wrists the entire time. And if you feel that it hurts your bicep, don't loop your thumb over the bar. Keep your thumb on the same side as the rest of your fingers, and this might help to bring your biceps out of the movement a little bit. So 12 to 15 reps here, and then a drop set on the final set. We actually did a double drop set again on the last set because we were just feeling good, trying to kick it up a notch. So I used a 50-pound barbell and then dropped to a 40 and then dropped to a 30 and just went to failure with that 40 and 30 every single time. And it was just absolutely killer, and we were feeling good. And that concluded the shoulder portion of the workout. Next up, we did decline bench leg raises for abs. I absolutely love these. Keys for this: make sure you are tucking your tailbone under at the top of that leg raise and really letting your abs stretch and feeling your abs stretch at the bottom. You're holding the bench bar behind you so that you're kind of staying stable, and I'm just making sure to keep my legs as long and straight as possible and going slow and controlled and not swinging with my back or with my legs to get momentum, really focusing on feeling it in my abs as much as possible. Next up, we did a stability ball plank oblique crunch, 10 to 12 reps per leg. You can make these as easy or as difficult as you want, so I'm going to show you guys 3 variations of ways you can do this. The first one is with the ball on your feet, and this is the hardest variation. So you're tucking each leg out to the side to engage your obliques like a knee tuck, one at a time while in a plank position. And when your feet are on the ball, the stability aspect of it is so hard to control. I only did one set like this because it was so difficult. Only got 10 per leg. And then the next way you can do it, you can see here I have my forearms on the ball instead. And this is a moderately difficult way to do it. I like to use the little half Bosu ball things for these. And so you basically have your forearms on that part of the ball, and then you're doing the oblique crunch with your legs that way. And there's still a stability aspect where you're shaking back and forth, but it's not as hard as when your feet are coming on and off of the ball, if that makes sense. So this is the moderate difficulty way to do it. And then if that is still too hard for you, which it's still very hard, very challenging, do not feel bad if you can't do those with the stability ball. You can just do them on the ground, a plank oblique crunch. So you're in a plank position and then you're just crunching with each knee tucking up to your side and really feeling the side of your abs engage. So 10 to 12 per leg there. And then we finish off the workout with reverse crunches, 3 sets of 15. You can do these on the ground or on a bench, it doesn't matter. The ground at the shop gym is just kind of dirty. Reverse crunches, again, you're tucking your pelvis under when you're lifting your hips off the bench or off the ground. Every time you crunch, you're actually bringing your hips off the ground, raising them slightly into the air. You can keep your legs a little more bent for these reverse crunches. The idea is just to crunch your abs together as much as possible by tucking your tailbone and raising your hips off the ground, and then bringing your legs back down to stretch them out. That was the shoulder workout. So now we're skipping to some footage of the shop gym. This gym is in Manassas, Virginia, if you guys are in the area. It's about a 30-minute drive from me. I don't actually live in Manassas, but I just wanted to give them a quick shout out because they do host open gyms for free for people in the area. So they're open on Sundays from 12 to 4 p.m., which is what day I actually filmed this. And they're also open on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings from 5 to 8 p.m. So come on out if you're in the DMV area and you want to visit this amazing facility. It's not technically open yet, which is why they're doing these open gyms, to build their rep, to build their name in the area. They have amazing equipment. If you guys didn't already see my glute workout at the shop gym video that came out right before this video trainer did, then you should go check that out and see what kind of equipment they have for leg day. It's absolutely incredible. I'll link that video down below. But I just wanted to give the shop a quick shout out because I absolutely love their gym. I love the people, love the owners, and I'm so blessed to have found the gym and have been able to work out there for the past couple of weeks. So thank you, shop, and I love you guys, and if you guys are in the area, you should definitely stop by and say hi. That's going to conclude the video for today for week 1, day 5, shoulders and abs. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are loving the 30-day kickstart so far. Again, email me if you have any questions about anything confusing. I am your resource for these 30 days. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow for day 6, glute day.